I think we good in the hood. I think we good in the hood. All right, let's bring this in. Let's bring this in properly. All right, all right. So the thing always go on the off. There we go. There we go. There we go. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Thank y'all for tuning in. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 77. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm here with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world. My brother Santana, say something to the people.
Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Y'all already know. Appreciate y'all for tuning in on this evening. Y'all could have been anywhere, but y'all here with us tonight. We appreciate y'all. So we got a jam-packed show as always, you know what I'm saying? And we just gonna get right to it, you heard?
You heard? You know how we do it. We got high. We got up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
talk about I smoked a little piece of drink with you. What you tell him?
If you
Yo,
don't got my money or my bud,
I'm killing you and him.
and
You know what I'm saying? With that Cali twang, killing you and him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I've been rewatching all the Fridays. I had to rewatch all the Fridays before we get started. Bro, I still have to say Friday 2 was the funniest Friday, bro.
oh yeah, for sure. The little the brothers are
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
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 top tiers. And their
yeah,
shit was phenomenal, son. Funny
yeah.
shit. The whole shit was just yeah, classic one, son.
The only nitpick I have of Friday 2 is that there was no resolve with the girl.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that was just like it just ended. Like Friday 1, it was like you knew that Craig was gonna go over to Shorty crib the next day. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And play, double handstands on them cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Play clap hands on the cheeks. And 2, he falls out of a window and like that was it. It was like, and then it's crazy. Her brothers get arrested, but she don't come outside. She don't like.
Yeah, they just dropped the ball on a lot of them shits. At least do one scene where he at the crib, rolling up, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something resolved. Like, all right, my nigga Craig got it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. It was no resolve, and then with 3, it was resolved. You know what I'm saying? Money Mike running from Damon. Day Day had him. Cinnamon and the other little joint that was in the movie. You know what I'm saying? One
Mhm.
Pinky's holes. You know what I mean? And then Craig ended up with the little. You know what I'm saying? With basically Money Mike jump. So. The only thing with 2 is that it didn't have no result with the women, but I think it's the funniest one. And Kim Coles that played Sugar, she took it to the next level.
Oh, the auntie. Yeah,
The
yeah,
auntie, bro, she was showing like, damn, you got a fat ass. I was like, yo, pause. I was like, yo, this chick is hilarious, yo. She don't get enough credit for being funny, yo.
no,
So
that's a
shout out to Kim Coles, yo. I know I went off a little tangent, but yo, we had to speak about that Friday. Friday is a classic franchise, always been funny. Nitpicks on all 3 of them, like we just named or whatever. And yeah, so it's all good. It's all good. Uh, and yo, and before I start, people was nitpicking Friday 1 because they was like, yo, I don't know why Craig was looking for $200 when Smokey already had a buck. It was like he already had a buck. He just bought a new gat and got paid the day before. So with like you don't got $20 that you can put to that buck, like you know what I'm saying. Then you asking everybody for $200 when if he would have asked his pops for 20, asked his moms for 20, asked his sisters for 20, he would have had 20. And you know what I'm saying. Mind you, Smokey made another 20 when he sold Hector Because you remember he didn't want to sell Hector the bud, you know what I'm saying? But he finally sold Hector that bug for the dub. So y'all really need to raise $80. You feel me? So it was them nitpicks. Some nitpicks is
You gotta understand it's the hood, so he always gonna put a tax on it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Smokey want his little piece, so he tell him, yo, it's 200.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really like 80. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, after you give Big Worm his bread, he gonna have some bread, and you know what I'm saying, and that be that.
But your life on the line though. You see what I'm saying? Like you trying to get 200 done when all you need is 80. You know what I'm saying? Like
Risking it all, son.
yeah, that's crazy. You see him almost got killed. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. My bad, y'all. But yeah, we had to talk about Friday. Friday is just such it's an ongoing conversation. All right, y'all already know first segment of the night brought to you by OUV Records. The label motto is create, document, and inspire. You could go on on Instagram right now at OUV Records. Stay tuned to the latest music and merchandise. You can see some of that in the top. If you get enough merchandise, it comes with one of those cool fire boxes with the different quotes and all that, all on the box already. It's fire. So you get a bang for your buck. Also, make sure you tap into the merchandise within the chat. We have links to the merchandise in the rewatch and in this right now live where you can link to some merchandise. So make sure you tap in and get some fly stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right, first question of the night. Talk about Fridays. All right. In the Friday series, who was the better friend to Craig in all the Fridays? Who was the better friend to Craig? Number one, Red. Number two, Day Day. Number three, Smokey. Number four, Roach.
Better friend to Craig? I
Yeah.
wrote that on that. Damn. You said Day Day, Roach, Red.
Smokey and Red.
I'll be Day Day.
Huh?
I said it would have to be Day Day.
Day Day?
Yeah.
Why you going with Day Day?
Family ties, you know what I'm saying? So and you still got that added advantage on top of that. So you got the loyalty plus we family, you know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah.
ties is gonna be much more the bond is gonna be a lot stronger. You feel me? As opposed to all the other choices in that scenario. You know what I'm saying? Family is family over everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that, but at the same time, I'm just looking at it from the movie perspective. Roach was solid, but he didn't have as much interactions with the other people.
Yeah,
So
so there was no
cancel
a lot. Yeah, he's
right.
out.
But he was a rider though, pause. You know what I'm saying? Because he was willing to go over there with to the Joker brothers, stall them, be over there with the crazy dog. You know what I'm saying? So he put himself in harm's way, so that way Craig could go get that bag. So that's a friend right there. You know what I'm saying? So um Red looked like a solid dude. Red look like the type that would get you hired at the job. You know what I'm saying? He would get you, popping this, that, and the third, whatever hood come up you trying to do. Red is your man. You know what I'm saying? But don't expect him to fight nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, but Red, he seemed pretty solid outside of Debo. If it has something to do with Debo, you on your own, bro. Smokey was probably the worst friend that Craig ever had. Like Smokey gets him in trouble.
That's what I'm saying.
And then not only he get him in trouble, just like the mother said when Craig was getting worked out and she had the nine in her hand, he not fighting for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't even like try to jump in. Not that a one-on-one is supposed to be one-on-one, but like Debo didn't even feel a threat that Smokey was there and could have it could quite possibly he might, you know what I'm saying, duck him real quick. You know what I'm
Try
saying?
to
Just
jump in type shit, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to go with Day Day. I think Day Day is the better friend. I think Day also, but see, Day don't get Craig in any type of trouble though. If you really think about it, it's really Craig getting Day in more trouble, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's because they family, they have a dynamic that I think that plays off better. So I went with Day pause. You went with Day pause. In the chat, I'm seeing Day Smokey, uh, but the rest of the world, they went with Day at 53%. What do you think about that?
No, that's a better. That's a more obvious choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
others were like again, Red had that once cameo. He wasn't a friend when it's time to jump Debo, even though you had issues with Debo. It's the time to really put hands on the man, and you know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
you ain't come through. You feel me? And
yeah.
Roach, he had his own beef with buddies because remember he was dipping and they ran over his skateboard.
Uh
So
huh.
yeah, he rode, but he had his own reason to ride. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh. Yeah, true, true,
You feel
true.
me? So, but Fede again, he didn't bring him no beef. You know what I'm saying? He just had his own little situation, and Craig just came in the mix because he was arguing with that little side joint he had bagged, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
told me
oh,
she had a
yeah,
little beer in her
yeah,
breath.
yeah.
And she had a beer belly. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that was a beer belly.
For a Carl Jr. burger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
So he was just doing his own thing, and Craig just happened to come through because of the shit he had done with Debo. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so that's an obvious choice for sure. I rock with it.
Not to sidetrack, but I think I was probably like the only when Friday 2 came out when we was much younger. I was probably like the only one that was looking at Baby D like, yo, why you running from her, bro? Like you need to handle that kid. You know what I'm saying? When she looked at Craig, like, yo, can you show me to the jazz section? He was like, you know you want to listen to no damn jazz. I would be like, yeah, let's go listen to the jazz, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm the only one that wanted Baby D. You heard? You know what I'm saying? But
That's a fact. That's a fact.
yo, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Classic series. All right, moving on. All right, next question. Living the show Living Single, right? If you had to pick a wife, which one would it be? Number one, Sinclair James. Number two, Maxine Shaw. Number three, Regine Hunter. Number four, Khadijah James.
Maxine was the lawyer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm going with Maxine.
yeah.
Off rip.
You
She
like
was,
them little alley cats.
ooh, and she was about her business when it was time to throw the suit and the jacket. You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
with the big shoulder blades.
The
You know what I'm
shoulder
saying?
pads. Oh.
Yo,
Yo.
them suit jackets was hitting on her. You know what I'm saying? Them shits was top tier. Her fist was on point. Her little slim self. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Oh man, chocolate skin, just sexy about her shit. She had locks at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was always infatuated by her. I ain't like how they always made her seem like mad hoish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
she was just top tier for me. Like, she was the baddest one for me. Like, I like her. I like her
well,
way. I like how the actress who portrayed her did her thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
she still is bad to this day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And she
So
was
yeah.
cracking hella jokes. Like, yo, the way she used to do my man's Kyle, yo, like he up there trying,
Yo,
he up there
her
trying.
cut game was serious, so you had to be on point. Like you couldn't just cut ass and just be good. Like you had to like defend after you cut ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And really come back with the jab because she was on it.
Yo, and like he was up on stage trying to, he was busting out the vocals, and she coming in with the body yachty dress. So he got a little flustered, know what I mean? And she's like, yo, did y'all get the people Luther Vandross? Like it was like, yo, word, that's what we
And,
doing?
yo, she had the best character name, son, Maxine Waters. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Sure.
sure, my
Yeah,
fault.
yeah,
I said Waters.
yeah.
Think about fucking which one?
Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maxine Shaw. Yeah, son. She was just bad as shit, son.
yeah, yeah. She was.
She was
She was.
bad.
Yo, me personally though, because I'm also judging it on personality as well. I'm gonna have to say Khadijah, bro. I'm gonna have to say Khadijah. Like she wasn't the finest, but she was solid though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, her loyalty and her ride or die was her shit was
She was
top tier.
solid, top tier. One, she could fight. Two, she run a business, so she know how to handle shit. Three, anytime she had a dude in her life, like like you could tell they got that good old loving, like you know what I'm saying. Like the dude Scooter kept coming back for more and more. Know what I mean? Like so that's a whole lot of good loving. You know what I mean? Like keep you bundle up at night. You know what I mean? Be
Yeah,
little.
no, I'm not mad at Khadijah. Khadijah she was bad too. Her way she loved and showcased her love was it was top tier as well too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. So me personally, I'm going with Khadijah James. Regine, I could bangs with Regine. I could bangs with Regine. You know what I'm saying? She just ghetto fabulous, and she don't realize she ghetto fabulous. Know what I mean? Like,
She just too many for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a height requirement for this ride, you heard? She just a little too many, you heard?
you don't like a little short sometimes, though.
Nah,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta be a little taller, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit.
she a little easy on the cuff, though. You know what I mean? Like that's a little easy on the cuff. You know what I'm saying?
I like my arm around the waist, you heard? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But she had that body though, low
Yeah,
key.
her fit game was on point too. So I'm
That's
not gonna lie.
what
Everybody on this list had their gear on point. You know what I'm saying? Even when Khadijah was wearing her rock regular overall fits with the
yeah,
sweaters. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
shit was
yeah,
with the boot, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, 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 yeah,
All the way laced up to the tippity top. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Fly shit, y'all mean?
Fly though. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what
Fly.
I'm saying?
So
The
shout out to
tempos.
all that shout out to everybody that played on that series. Top tier series. Yeah, gave us legendary moments. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
shout out to them.
Yo, speaking of boot game, right? So I'm binge watching the Steve Harvey show, right? And for one, right, after I've been rewatching the Steve Harvey show, I'm moving it up on my list because the Steve Harvey show was a melanated show. The jokes was melanated, the situation was melanated, like it was a melanated show, right? But it was one particular scene where going back to Baby D, she was on the Steve Harvey show playing
Yeah,
Coretta.
yeah.
You
She
know
was a
what I'm saying?
student. Yeah,
You
son.
know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. She was
Shout
always a
out to
little
her.
luscious.
Yo, she was doing her thing. So I
Yeah.
forgot she was on the jump. You know
You
what
know
I'm saying?
what I'm saying? She was a little luscious to me. So it was a scene. You know
She
what I'm
had the
saying?
little baby hairs
Yeah,
popping. You
you
know what I'm saying?
feel me?
The
You
little
know, like
swirl joints. You know what I'm saying?
little thick Joe. You know what I
And
mean?
no, matter of fact, she definitely did have the bubble goose, and you never know if she had it tucked in the joint or not. You know what I'm saying? So you just was like, I'm being careful around Shorty. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. It was one movie called The Ride. She was in The Ride, and she wore more like form fitted. I was like, yo, that's her body she had. I was like, yo. So
That's
anyway,
a fact.
all right. So it was a scene of the Steve Harvey show where she's having like a special birthday party. She's having it in the hotel, and a special invite only. Romeo, she invites Romeo. Everybody else was like, yo, why you ain't inviting me? I thought we was cool. Like, yo, we cool, but this is different. So he gets there. You're like, yo, where the party at? Yo, this shit is popping. We in the hotel room, not me. He pull up there with the leather pants, leather vest, no shirt
Oh
under.
yeah, I
You
remember that episode.
know what I mean? But
Wow, disgusting fit though. You know what I'm saying? That shit was terrible, son.
what was so funny, yo, he pulled it off
He
because
pulled
he
it.
thought he was
That's you
hot.
look back at it today. It's like, yo, nobody could ever rock that shit but this man, son.
Yo, facts.
Them just the two niggas that can do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. So, but to drive the point home about the boots, right? So he got the top and bottom leather. Mind you, he got the leather cut off vest. You know what I'm saying? Just arms out, chest out, and he cleaned it off with some of the cleanest Timbs I've ever seen in my life. These were the fresh. I don't know if you remember the fresh gray Tims with the gray and black bottom.
Gray and black bottom. Like,
Yeah, these Tims was fire back in the day when Tims was must have. You know what I'm saying? When you had the different flavors of Tims. You know what I'm saying? But it was that scene where he came in there, leather top, leather bottom, and he had the gray Tims on. I was like, yo, the '90s was different, yo, when it comes to them Tim games. So it's going back to the point with Khadijah when she have on the the construct fit or the other fit that you said, and then she'll finish it off with the Timbos. So yeah, I I well, they getting real weird in the chat. Don't get weird in the chat. Crack jokes. We love good jokes, but don't get weird. You on this podcast on our platform, so don't be weird. We love good jokes. We will even say your joke again if you got a good joke, but don't be weird. I love. All right, so moving on to our. Oh, I bet my bad. I didn't even say the answer. So I went with Khadijah James. You went with Maxine Shaw. The rest of the world went with Khadijah James at 36%. It was close. It was close. It was close. The actually who came in second place was Sinclair. She came in second place. So, but it's so funny living single for women that's supposed to be living single. These chicks that end up single, bro. All of them ended up married except for Maxine. And no, except for Regine. Because Maxine ended up marrying Kyle and moved to London. Sinclair was married to Overton, and Khadijah was married to Scooter or was getting married to Scooter. So
mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? So, and then the other girl, she did have somebody though, but I don't think they got married. All right, moving on to our next popular opinions question. Hood classic. Your movie is not a hood classic. No, my bad. Hood classic. Your movie is not official until which actor is in this movie. Mind you, hood classics only. Number one, Kevin Carroll. Number two, Clifton Powell. Number three, Hassan Johnson. Number four, Wood Harris.
Who's Hassan Johnson again?
Hassan Johnson is the dude that played Weebay.
Okay.
Or for well, you know, uh, he
Mm-hmm.
played.
The
But
Wire.
those who don't know, he played Weebay on The Wire. Kevin Carroll plays. He plays dude name in the movie with Cam and Wood Harris and all of them. Cam, him, you know what I'm talking about. The movie, the quote, most of the quotables.
Oh, you talking about Paid in Full?
Paid in full. Paid in full. He plays what you call him?
The boyfriend?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, all right,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
all right.
That's Kevin Carroll. He plays the boy.
Okay.
Uh you know who Wood Harris is, Hassan Johnson is Weebay, you know who Clifton Powell is, and that's who Kevin Carroll is.
Now I gotta go with Clifton Powell, son. That
Why you Clifton Powell?
he just not saying he typecasted in those type of roles, but he just shell it out so well to the point he make you dislike him. You know what I'm saying? To the point you might dislike him and may forget that he's only playing a character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how good he is with his roles when it comes to hood movies, especially in Dead Presidents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Cuddy.
I told you don't spoil her like this. You know I gotta come through and spoil baby girl. Like, yo, wow, shit, son. Disrespectful, son.
Yeah,
But
Cuddy.
he just was such a pivotal character. It's like, nah, he cement the role, period. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give it to Clifton Powell. Shout out to Rowan Jack as well, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to Rowan Jack in the building. We're about to tap into Rowan Jack in a quick second. Uh, but thank you, Rowan Jack. We always appreciate you. 10 toes down. We're gonna get to your question or statement in a second. But I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go with Clifton Powell. He's in too many hood movies that I would never watch. But when I seen him in it, I'm sitting there now watching it. I'm sitting there watching it. Just
Mhm.
because he's in it for a second, or if he's the lead, I'm watching it. So he Cuddy, pivotal role. He played Pink, like he's known for Pinky probably most of all, which is also a fire role. He got too many characters that is too known in all movies. Like it was another movie that he was in where he played like this. He was like he was a blood, and he was like 50 years old, and he was going on a date with I forget who it was. I think it's called 35 and Ticking, and he picks her up from because the girl is like an anchor woman. He picks up in a what they call it, a limo. He was like, "Yeah, you so beautiful. You know, I'm gonna take you to this party." He was like, "But you sure you don't want to go change? Like, we're about to go to this party, and that blue is like, it's you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's throwing it off. Like, I think you might want to change." And she's like, "Nah, I like my dress. Like, I look good." He was like, "No, you look beautiful, baby. You know, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But I just think you might want to change. Like, you might be a little bit more comfortable. And like, I don't know. Don't you got like a blue dress or something? You know what I'm saying?" So when he took her to the hood, like they seen that red. It was like, "Now, yo, you better get her out of here, B." So you know what I'm saying. So I think it's called 35 and Ticking. He was in that as well too. So child to Clifton Powell. So you said Clifton Powell, I said Clifton Powell. The rest of the world went with Wood Harris at 35%.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, he had some hood classics too.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Me neither. Me neither. My favorite, my outside of Ace Boogie, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the movie, you know what I'm saying? That's the movie, the most quotable movie ever, in my opinion. Uh,
Hmm.
but he also has, The Wire as well. Another hood. He's a top tier actor. He's also in Above the Rim, where he plays what you call him? He plays
I forget his name, but
Motar.
yeah,
Motar. Motar, you started. That's the only way I remember that name. Motar, you started. Why can't you talk to that
yeah.
nigga?
Had the best hood gangster movie name ever, son.
Motar. Yo, fire. Fire. Alright, so let's move on a little bit. We're very sorry. On Thursday's show, I had said Camilla Harris had dropped out the race. This fake news. The video I saw was an ABC News report repost of 219 when she withdrew from Twitter. Yeah, the timestamp was removed. It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes that happens, so it's all good, my brother. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, because I said it. I was saying it to everybody that when we thinking that Kamala Harris dropped out of the race, and I said I trust the source. So you came back and you clarified it and everything like that. So that's big on you, bro, and we appreciate your support. 10 toes down every time, every show.
Love always, son.
You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you, man. Real talk. So it's all good. It's all good, my brother. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion. All right, if you're starting a college football team in any era, which team are you going to start with? Number one, Reggie Bush, Cam Newton, and Travis Hunter. Number two, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. Period. Number three, Vince Young and the 2022 Georgia Bulldogs defense. Or number four, the 2019 LSU Tigers offense only.
Nah, I'm going with the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. Give me that, and
I knew
we
you
run
were
the
gonna say
flow
that.
with everybody, son.
I knew you was gonna
You
say
knew,
that, bro.
you knew where I was going, son.
I knew
Because
you were gonna say
that era was just crazy. The third string backup was top tier running back in the NFL. Do you not understand what that means? The third string running back went to the league and became a top tier back.
one of the
That
best backs
means
ever. One of the best
that
backs.
means the two starting dudes you can't even see. You can't even see them. Not to mention the receiving core, tight end core, DN, cornerback position, free safety, linebackers. Offensive line was monsters.
Crazy.
Defensive line was crazy.
Crazy.
Scary. Just nah. This is unfair. How'd you even pull this team together? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
2001 Miami Hurricanes. Give me that, and we win everything, son.
The only thing that wasn't star-studded, but he ended up going to the NFL, and he got a shot to be a franchise player, was their quarterback, Ken Dorsey. In college, he was solid, but in the NFL, it didn't translate.
Yeah.
You know, he went to a really bad team, and, you know, it just didn't translate. But he was very solid in college. But for those who don't know, that 2001 Miami team, their running back core was Jared. He was like their starter. He shared carries with Clinton Portis, and then their third string running back, y'all get this, was Frank Gore.
That's what I'm saying.
And Frank Gore, when they said in practice, Frank Gore killed the defense. And this defense in games used to smack people. Like it was nasty what they used to do in games. But they said Frank Gore was probably the best back in practice. But the real reason why he dropped to third string is because he had a nagging ankle injury. And they said he was more shifty and better as a true freshman than Clinton Portis and the other guy Jared. I can't remember his first name, but Jared was a big time NFL running back. But I can't remember his first name, but something Jared. And not to mention they had what you call's son in there too, Walter Payton's son. So they had four backs. They had Walter Payton Jr., Jared, Clinton Portis, and Frank Gore in their backfield.
Crazy lineup. That's why I say I'm going with 2001 Miami Hurricanes for sure.
That's crazy. That's a crazy team, bro. We talking about Andre Johnson, German. Andre Johnson didn't even start. Santana more started. Like that, yeah, that team was stacked. And not forget on the defensive side, they only got one of the best safeties ever in the game. Called his name is Ed Reed. Y'all may have heard of him. I don't know. But as good as that team is, I kind of want to put butts in the seats. You know what I'm saying? I came to put butts in the seats at college. You heard? So me personally, damn, if I really want to win though, I'm gonna go with Vince Young and the Georgia Bulldogs defense. But I'm putting butts in the seats. Forget that. Give me Reggie Bush, give me Cam Newton, and give me Travis Hunter. All right, and we'll build the team around that. But I came to put butts in the seats. Know what I mean? That's what I came to do in college football. You heard? So give me that crew. My brother went with the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. The rest of the world went with Vince Young as the quarterback and the 2022 Georgia Bulldogs defense. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess.
I mean that whole defense is basically the Philadelphia Eagles. That's why they call it Philadelphia Bulldogs, because I don't know how Philadelphia did it, but in one round they got a DT. Next round they got another DT. Third round they got another linebacker. The next round they caught the corner. Then the next year, the first round they got another DT. It was like, yo, why y'all building up all these Georgia dudes on y'all defense, bro? Like y'all cheating. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like everybody
That's
get a
how that's how the chips is falling, you heard?
So, yo, pop it. But that's yo, you can't go wrong. But I feel like I'm putting butts in the seats because people gonna want to see Reggie. You see what Travis Hunter does. He's special. And Cam Newton, he was a hot ticket in college. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He was must-see TV. He played in the clutch, came in the clutch, pause. And, so I'm putting butts in the seats. All right, moving on to our next segment, Hollywood Need to Ask Us. You want to start this one off?
Facts. Hollywood need to make a series just like they're doing now with all the series on FX. But I need a N1 mixtape series. But I need it based on all the original players, and it could go in the show. It will be about revamping N1 mixtape again. So the show will be based on them coming back together and then playing for a whole season.
Now you talk
And,
about one first team or second team?
and one first, it don't matter. And one mixtape, the mixtape series. You know what I'm saying? So if they could get majority of the people, of course, the first team, of course, Skip to Malu, Ayo, uh, half man, half amazing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Cadillac, big
Um,
Cadillac.
Big Cadillac,
Yeah,
Hot Sauce, the Professor. Uh, I'm
what
missing.
what? That's what I'm saying. The professor.
Oh well, yeah, he came around during that mixtape. The when they was doing their tour jump.
Right, right,
Right.
right,
So
right.
first team, I think it would definitely go cool with that. But for me, I just want to see the annual mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I wasn't really particular on the first team or second team, but just in the show itself, the concept would be them coming back to play a season. And if they win the season at the end, they could get a contract to get the annual mixtape joint, move it again. So that could like start off to the second season and we
yeah,
could watch them do and one, but now it's like a show. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
they still ball again. We get the show, we get everybody again, but it'll actually be like shit. You can even make it like the fucking like the reality show almost again. Cause that last was a reality show
yeah.
before, you
What?
know what I'm saying? When they did the mixtape, when they was doing the bus tour,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so they could do that concept again, and you know what I mean, make it into a show type series. So I think that would be dope, and to bring those characters back, I think that would be an exciting thing to see them again and shit do their thing once more. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. Like outsiders, like Skip to my Lou because he was like the ultimate showman to me. But I really liked Half Man and Half Amazing because he used to do the craziest dunks. But his game was basic as hell. But it was just the fact that when he got around that rim, he's gonna do something special in the air.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm dissing his game. He had a good game, but when people say when you saw Half Man Half Amazing, I'm thinking I'm going to see like the pull up midi. You know what I'm saying? 3-point game. He like nah. First step, get to the basket. He might do a windmill. He might 360. He might put it behind his back. So that in itself was fire. Like Half Man Half Amazing was and one's version of Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Before like Vince really like developed his pull up midi and all that stuff, like just going to the basket, half man half amazing was spectacular in my opinion. And, outside of skip to my Lou, come down the court, skipping and you know what I'm saying, shaking them up. So yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. And but who really like see that second team? Cause that first team I consider those guys that you named like first team, and they were the trendsetters, right? But they were the guys who could still hoop, but you could tell like they want to do different things, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna double back because now is they need us to help get this off. But like the second crew was really the crew that was more so for like our era. We talk about hot sauce, the professor, bone collector, Spider was in that first group, but he also like came in the second group as well too. I know I'm forgetting a few people, but Hot Sauce used to go to a hood near you, put the ball in the big white T-shirt. Know what I mean, with the wild long shorts, pause, and go crazy to the hood near you on them bus tours, and they would just wow people. So put on a good show. So yeah, I would love that. That would be dope.
Lit, son, lit. It's funny how back in the '70s the shorts was mad tiny, and then we went through the big shorts era, and we back to the tiny shorts again. It's
Yeah,
funny, man.
yeah. And the big shorts got ridiculous. Like I remember there
Yeah, it
was
was wild.
of the Saint Bonaventure team, and his shorts, and these dudes was little too. Their shorts was like damn near to their ankles. It was like, yo, like we really used to ball like that. You know what I'm saying? So word. Yo, shout out
Right.
to Biggs in the building. He said Bone Collector. Yeah, I said Bone Collector too. Bone
Shout out, shout
Collector,
out.
bro. He used to collect them ankles. He couldn't shoot, but he would cross you. He would cross you something vicious. All right, yo, shout out to that idea. I like that idea. I my Hollywood need to ask us is I want to see a new college football movie.
Mm,
We was blessed to be born in an era where we got dope ass football movies. Still to this day, my favorite, my number one absolute favorite football movie of all times, is The Program.
mhm.
The Program is the heartbeat of college football, still to this day. So much to the point where people don't realize when
Yo,
college football came back out again, right?
Lil Jackson, Little Giants.
Little, Little Giants was popping though. I give Roman Jack that. Little Giants was popping because of Spike and Becky. They called it the ice box. You know what I'm saying? I bangs with Becky. You know what I'm saying? Becky was popping, and Ed O'Neill was hilarious in that movie. Shout out to Ed O'Neill. He just played the racist owner that used to own the Clippers in the Clip movie. But Ed O'Neill, he was great as that. But The Program is the life beat of college football. So much to the point when they released College Football 25 in their promo track is Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle. Y'all don't know in the movie program captured the essence of college football. It captured the essence of their energy. So it was one time where practice was about to get started, and all you heard was dun, 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 dun. So when that started happening, the pads started popping. Like the popcorns started to get it popping. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it be in college football. Like I play college football. My brother played college football, and when it's turn up day, you get your pads on. It's up. Like it ain't. It's friends, but yo, we trying to play, bro. So you might get trucked, bro. So just don't go with me, bro, because I gotta do what I gotta do out here, because it's kill or be kill out here. You know what I'm
You
saying?
already know. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me, G? So
Just
like
gotta
even
do what they gotta do out here in this field. You know what I'm saying?
like one of our men still to this day play corner. He's like 6'2", 215 pounds. I don't know how he finesse playing corner. He wild big to play corner. So you would think like, damn, when I hit the outside, I gotta lower this shoulder. See what I'm saying? Bro talking about like, nah, bro, that's for the linebackers. I'm a finesse nigga. I'll be like,
Hey yo,
yo,
and I'm not right behind him. I'm like, you know what? You're right. We are finesse players, son. We don't do all that tackling shit. Hey yo, coach, we ain't tackling, son. We ain't doing these drills, you heard? Put the
yo,
football in the air, let us go get it. You know what I'm saying? We practice, you know what I'm saying, interception drills. That's what we do out here, you heard?
yo, funny, son. Funny.
Oh man, son.
Mind
Right,
you,
bro.
6'2", 250 pounds, 15 pounds with no pads on. So imagine him with his pads on playing corner.
Scary.
Scary. And he wore a visor, so you like, damn, when I get out there, I'm gonna have to lower the boom. Like this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He kind of like sizey. Pause. Got nothing to worry about. I'm a finesse nigga, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's for the linebacker niggas to make the tackles, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I won't say his name because the bro might feel the type of way. But shout out to our bro though. You know what I'm saying? He know who he is when we say that.
Oh man, shout out to my bro. I was right behind him. Like, yo, we finesse players, son. I'm gonna make the tackle because I got to, but I don't want to do it. You heard? Throw the ball up in the air. We gonna go get that. You heard?
Let them pancake eating motherfuckers get them tackles, nah, man. All right.
I was a great player until they started making me hit 250 pound line. He's the one that separated my shoulder.
Yo, facts. Yo, that's too funny, yo. But the
Nah,
program,
nah. College football movie today would be like we need that again, son. Just for the old heads like us to relive our college days, for the new cats going into college, just to take in what college is now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because it's totally different. You know what I'm saying? From when we went to college to when they're going, the shit we had, they don't got no more. Or it's way better than what we had. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We
yeah,
was hyped to get laptops. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, you had to be in business to even get a laptop. It's not
yeah,
like you had a personal laptop back in the day. Like, nah, what you
yeah,
mean a personal laptop? That was unheard of. You know what I'm saying? It didn't
yeah,
happen.
yeah. For those who don't know, when we went to school, because we went to that school and we on the football team, they gave us free laptops and a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So it was
It was
litty.
part of the deal. You know what I'm saying? A good
And,
deal because we needed that phone and that lap. You heard? You know what I'm saying?
and we that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what? Like, yo. So, and they got a chirp on there, so you even got to dial the number. Oh, we could chirp it. We
We
chirp.
ain't had to chirp. We ain't had to dial nothing. Right?
You know what I'm saying? So we thought we was doing something. You know what I mean? So
All we
uh,
had to do was get the 4 digits. You know what I'm saying? Let me get them
that's
four
it.
digits. That's it. And I'm
Get
gonna
the
I'm gonna hit you on the bleep later. You heard?
and you good and you goody mob. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that right there, I want to see Program Part 2. And Program was so lit, they had to reshoot the movie because people started dying from the movie. Meaning that there was a scene that one of the players did in that movie, and somebody went to the movies and watched that movie. The movie went hit like wildfire. Then the kids started doing that from the movie and they lost their life. So they had to pull the movie out of the theaters, reshoot that scene to put the movie back in the movie. If y'all,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The scene at the bar and shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. I
So they,
seen about that later on and shit. But yeah, the program was still a popping movie because it definitely got us prepared to what college could be like. You know what I'm saying? Playing college football. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that should look crazy. Like
yeah, yeah.
that first game, niggas got, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the stadium was litty, son.
Liddy, Liddy, top 10 love, mad love, and then it showed you an insight on like the perspective of the different players and the type of dudes you'll be going to school with. So if you see Joe Kane, he the Heisman, you know what I'm saying? So he kind of like laid back, but he the machismo. He got to do something extra to get the respect of the other players. Then you got Latimer who doing wild steroids, like just wild brawling for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Then,
Mm-hmm.
then you got Alvin Mack, who probably my favorite character. You know what I'm saying? Be talking hella shit on the field, but off the field, he was a shit starter, bro. Like he was one of the dudes on the team. Like, yo, I know you ain't gonna let him talk to you like that. Like, and he, like, that's in the locker room. Like, yo, so you just gonna let him, like, just do that, bro? Like, that's wild. Like,
That's crazy, son.
that's that,
Yo, why everybody so mad, son? Why everybody so
who that is? Who that is? You know what I'm saying?
why is everybody so mad, son? I don't understand, son.
That's this man right
That's me
here.
right here. Son. Alvin Mack, my, you know what I'm saying? That's where I pull my energy from. Like, yo, you want I know you ain't let that happen, son.
Yeah.
That's crazy that you just let them shoot you with BB guns and we ain't gonna handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, the Halle Berry character is dancing with her boyfriend at the party. This dude, Omar F, sitting there minding his business, grilling them though. He grilling them. This nigga Alvin Mack come like, forget it, nigga. Griffin going to medical school. She like respectable, light skinned shit. You, you just a ghetto toy. Like, yo, all this shit, yo.
Put the battery in his bag. Like, hold up, you can't tell me I can't get what I want. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, I'm about to go do what I do. Yeah.
Then they fight. They scrap. Joe Kane looked at Alvin back. He's like, yo, you had nothing to do with that, did you? You know me. Like, yo, cop in the plea. Like, yo, come on, son.
We know you had everything to do with this, man.
You feel me? Like, yo. So I need a program. Part two, of course, they're going to implement. They have to implement NIL deals. The schools playing the players now outside of the NIL deals. College is really like a business, like a pre-business for these new players coming in. I know the love is on a whole nother level because when we was in school, we got love. You know what I'm saying? Top tier, upper echelon type of love. So I know these new dudes is getting that different type of love because now they making a different type of money. You know what I'm saying? Like we got, they slid us some money through the stipends. You know what I'm saying? We used to get these little stipends or whatever. But now they don't have to do that. They just straight up paying the players now for college football. So I would love to see that implemented into this and the new wave that they got going on how, if you ain't getting no burn, you could transfer to another school and play that same year. So I think this will be extremely dope if they build it from the foundation of what they did with the first program. So I want to see the program two or part two of the program. So
Nah, fire. I was lit.
appreciate that. All right, moving on. Yo, make sure y'all tap into our memberships. On this page, we got memberships, gold, platinum, family, and day one. So make sure you tap into the membership. There's different tiers, you get different things. So tap in the links is in the bio, and you can link the same membership in each rewatch video. So tap into the membership. Don't forget to like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and hit that share button. We love. So make sure you do that. Moving on to our next segment, our must see segment, must see movies, must hear music, must see classic shows. Oh, you want to start this one off?
Nah, you can start off.
All right, so my first must see movie, y'all. Again, must see. We giving y'all top tier, upper echelon movies every single time. Yo, we appreciate you, Rowan Jack.
Shout out to Rowan Jack, bro. He always
Appreciate you.
top tier. Day
They
one for real, for real.
got that gold package. Pause. Uh, so my first must see movie is called Just One of the Guys. Came out in 1985, directed by Lisa Gottlieb. Stars Joyce Pacer, Billy Jane, William Zapke, sorry, Clayton Ray Roner, and Tony Tony Hudson. Dope fire movie. It's about a young girl, a high school girl. She thinks this guy is like really cool, and she thinks by getting his friendship is by becoming. You got to watch the rest of the movie. So make sure you tap into Just One of the Guys. I won't ruin it for you. This is not a spoiler. Second must see movie is called Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Directed by Arthur Hiller. Came out in 1989. Cast stars Richard Pryor, Gene Wilder, Kevin Spacey, Joan Severance, and Alan North. Dope fire movie about a blind man uh, gets tapped into with a deaf man, and they basically become yin and a yang, and you have to watch the rest of the movie. It is classic comedy. It is so funny. Make sure y'all tap into that. My third must see movie is called Out of Sync. Came out in 1995, directed by Debbie Allen. She's also directed movies and shows such as A Different World and A Blank Check, the movie, classic movie of Blank Check. This movie stars Cool J, the beautiful, sexy Victoria Dillard, Ari Spears, and Yapat Koda. Fire movie. It's about a DJ who's at the top of his game. He owed people some money, so he has to watch the rest of the movie. So make sure you tap in to see Out of Sync. So again, my movies is Out of Sync, Hear No Evil, See No Evil, and Just One of the Guys. And you could probably catch it on HBO Max or Tubi. So make sure you tap in. And it might be on YouTube too. So make sure you tap into these movies.
Lit,
Yep.
lit. Tap into those movies for sure. All right, Chad. You know how I always do. I always have a theme to my movies. It's just how I rock. So this theme for this episode is movies that make you think. So thought-provoking movies. For in my opinion, right? So the first movie on this list is The Truman Show, right? Came out in 1998. Stars Jim Carrey, Laura Lindley, Ed Harris, Natasha McCloy, Noah Emmerich, Philip Glass, Paul Giamatti, Holland Taylor, Peter Krause, Marco Rubio, and Blair Slater. It's about an average guy living an average life in this quiet town, married, goes by his day to day until one day a light fixture just falls from the sky, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out what happens. Ending is very crazy, dope movie, very underrated. Gotta go check it out. All right, next on this list is The Prestige. Came out in 2006. Stars Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Michael Caine, Scarlett Johansson, Rebecca Hall, Piper Procarbio, David Bowie, Andy Jerkes, Samantha McCoy, Rick J, Daniel Davis, and Roger Reese. It was about a movie's about two magicians who are friends, who become rivals, then become bitter enemies, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to find out what happens. Fire ass movie, very very slept on. Again, The Prestige is a dope movie and is way deeper than how I explained it to you. So you gotta watch the rest of it to find out. So last on this list is called Dark City. Came out in 1998. Stars Jennifer Connelly, Rufus Sewell, Keith Sutherland, William Hurt, Melissa George, Ian Richardson, Bill Highfield, Satya Gumber, Colin Frales, and Paul Livingston. About a guy who wakes up in a bathtub full of water and he has a switchblade in his hand and he doesn't have no memory of how he got there. And you got to watch the rest of the movie to figure out what he's trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Dope movie. Again, this movie, you're not going to even get into till the end. Like I with me, just with that little bit of explanation, the movie doesn't even give the whole movie justice. So you definitely got to go watch it to find out what happens to Buddy and if he gets his memory back. You know what I'm saying? So these thought-provoking movies on my list are The Truman Show, The Prestige, and Dark City. And shout out to King Prince again for being another gold member. You know what I'm saying?
Fire,
Shout out
fire.
to you,
Stay
you know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah,
Check
facts.
out these movies too. You know what I'm saying? If you be a
Yes,
gold member, you gotta check out these movies and you gotta give us feedback. That's your job. That's your talent now. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all gotta do. So y'all gotta at least give us one movie that we gave y'all and just give us some feedback. You know what I'm saying? That's all we ask. That's all, you know what I'm saying? We giving y'all top tier joints, great ideas, movies, TV shows. So all we ask is some feedback so we could maybe give more dialogue on what we saw in the movie and maybe we could hear what y'all saw in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And we could
yeah,
get a deep dive on it. So that's why
yeah,
we do what we do. You heard?
facts. Yeah, that'll be lit. All right, moving on to our. Make sure y'all check out those movies. By the way, we gave y'all 6 bona fide fire movies to watch. It's Sunday. Y'all got a week to watch these movies. And y'all ain't got nothing better else to do but to watch some movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch these movies. These are great movies. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 movies. Um, but all right. So moving on to our must hear music. Remember, y'all, it's summertime, and get your ears right. You know what I'm saying? So my first must hear is get you. It's an old group, R&B. It's called High Five. You get you a High Five playlist. High Five playlist. Great for the summertime. Number two, Brand Nubian. Bump that Brand Nubian Slow Down album that came out in 1990. That album still hits. Still to this day. To day, this joint still hit. So make sure y'all bump that again. Great summertime album. And my third and final, Bad Boys versus Murder Inc. versus. So you get the best Bad Boy songs, best Murder Inc. songs.
Ooh,
Mix them up. It's a lot of hits right there. Great summertime
crazy.
vibe.
That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. Verses don't even be bopping no more. Like, what happened to them, son?
It ran out of steam, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, took the air out of verses, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. It was that damn R&B verses with Omarion, Mario, and then all the other dudes that was around in that like late 2000s, except for like Neo, Trey Songz, Chris Brown, but yeah, everybody else. Ray J was up in that joint. Um, it was like a lot of dudes who had great records, but not like vocal.
Enough.
Yeah, they
To
wasn't.
really be on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Outside of Mario, Mario's the only vocalist that was on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, Sammy can sing. I'm not gonna say Sammy can't sing, but the other guys, they're more like studio singers. They're not. They can't get on stage and rock it. You know what I'm saying? Just pure vocals. So I think that took the steam out of the verses. Like, yo, then when what you call got on stage, Mario was like, yo, don't do it. Don't do it. The dude they used the auto tune all the time from Chicago. Tall dude. I can't remember his name right now, but he had a lot of hits too. This dude from Chicago. Damn, I can't remember his name. I wish I could remember his name. But he had the birthday sex song. I think yeah, he had the birthday sex.
Oh, Jeremiah? No.
Jeremiah got on stage and was like, "Yo, chill out, Mario. I'm gonna help you out, bro." And Mario was like, "Yo, don't do it, don't do it." And then he bust a couple of notes. He was like, "That shit sound crazy." Yo, so that took the steam out of the verses, yo.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, last time I did that, y'all scared me with 8mm. Come on, you got shit, rolling Jack, man. We gotta
We had a disclaimer with that one though.
yeah, man. That called a
We
disclaimer.
said that was like, yo, that's gonna be tough watch. You know what I'm saying?
You know
All
what I'm
these is top tier watches. That was a tough watch. All these other movies is top tier. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
Gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
The only other movie that I suggested that need a disclaimer that you have to really like worry it's a lot going on is Terrifier 1 and Terrifier 2. Those are the only other two movies I mentioned that needs a disclaimer. If you've seen those movies, watch them like watch one like on Monday and then the next one like next Monday because it's too much gorge to be going back to back with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't do like Drake and go back to back. Finesse the timeline because there's just too much going on. Like that's the only other movie I mentioned that needed a disclaimer was Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2. 8mm, to be fair, we gave a disclaimer. Then did we or did we not?
You said it's a tough watch, so
It's a tough watch.
still a tough watch.
But the rest is good. It's a great watch, bro. Come on, you gotta, you know what I mean? Gotta watch it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. All right, moving on to our classic shows. You got a classic show for us?
Oh, definitely got a classic show right here. This was a staple coming out of school in junior high and coming home and watching afternoon cartoons after school. Gargoyles. Go
Ooh.
check Gargoyles. You have to go check it on Disney Plus. Came out in 1994. It has 3 seasons, and then when I was looking up the actors, they had top tier actors. You know what I'm saying? First,
Yeah.
they had the legendary Keith David, who voiced the character Goliath. Then
Yes.
we had Jonathan Frakes, who voiced David Xanatos. Jeff Bennett voiced the character Brooklyn. Edward Asner voiced the character Hudson. Sally Richardson, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous Sally Richardson
Fine
voiced the
ass.
character of Eliza Maza. Tom Addox Hernandez voiced the character of Lexington. Frank Welker voiced the character of Bronx. And Michael Thorne voiced the character of Coldstone. Now, Gargoyles was just a fantastic show. It just had so much fantasy in it, and it was just a lit show to come home to every day after school. Like it was
Yeah.
just it was great storyline, like they said. Ron Jack said, phenomenal storyline. The episodes were phenomenal. Like it was just a lit show to watch. I wish they would bring that back, but this is a classic show y'all gotta watch. If you wanna relive some childhood cartoons, Gargoyles is a great series to watch. It got 3 seasons and came out in '94, and you could catch it on Disney Plus, the app, and all that.
They got it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, hell yeah,
I might just binge watch Gargoyles.
yeah. That was a Disney joint. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh,
was
that
when Disney had Gargoyles, then they had Aladdin, the animated series, then they had Goof Troop, then they had what else they had? Remember when Mickey Mouse Club was
yeah,
around
yeah,
like the 92 to about like Mickey Mouse Club was around for a minute. I'm not even gonna lie. I stopped jacking it after a certain age. But they was around. But then when they had their series, that's when they had Gargoyles, Aladdin, Tailspin,
yeah,
uh, um, what's that? Chippendale Rescue Ranger,
yeah,
Darkwing Duck. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like it had mad jumps. So you know what I'm saying? I'm reliving all my childhood watching all these joints. I just watched Tailspin the other night with Baloo. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Playing
yeah,
his little joint, his little
yeah,
plain business. You know what I'm saying? Get his
yeah,
little plain business off the
yeah,
ground.
yeah, yeah,
But he
yeah,
a lazy nigga, so you know what I'm saying? His business don't be jacking like that. You know what I'm saying? It was just
yeah.
mad lit show. So I'm watching all those now on Disney Plus. So you can catch Gargoyles on that too.
I had a little friend come over the other day, and I had Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers rocking, and she like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Oh, it's Chip and Dale's. You don't remember this?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah, your childhood was trash if you don't remember Chip and Dale's, boo."
The Rescue Rangers was litty titty, son.
Popping, you know what I'm saying? My nigga Monterey Jack smelled that cheese and was hip hypnotized. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fi-
Yo, son.
fire.
Yo, with his little mustache get
Yo, the mustache started spinning. Yo, fire, bro.
caught Buddy
Fire,
in a trance, son. Like
fire,
put no cheese around bro, son. But
fire.
he a lit nigga to have around because he ride or die with everything.
Yeah, facts.
Soon as you got some cheese around, Buddy just go loose.
They had ill like episodes where they had to go find a special cat that went missing, and you know what I'm saying, they had to return the cat, and then the cat was like in the cat shelter. Like it was just mad litty and how they went about retrieving the cat. So it was just Chippendale Rescue Rangers popping, top tier, still, it's still popping, it still hits, yo. All right, so moving on to my classic show, my must see. I think this is a classic show outside of it being a must see. I have to go with Friday Night Lights, the
Mm.
show Friday Night Lights. This
That show's
stars,
popping.
huh?
I said that show's popping, son.
Yes, man. 5 seasons of fire came out in 2006. This was with Kyle Chandler, Taylor Kissick, Connie Britton, Zach Gilford, Jesse Pallams, and Michael B. Jordan. He comes in the fourth and fifth season.
When
Five,
he Hood. That's what
Hood.
I'm saying.
Hood. Running from police. To put all the ghetto tropes in there. You know what I'm saying?
All of that. It's like,
All,
damn, like, come on, Peter Berg. Like, you could have done a little better than this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You was doing good the first 3 seasons, huh?
Football gonna change his life. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what
yo,
we got, coaches football.
you know what I'm saying? All the ghetto tropes. You know what I'm saying? But fire show. Fire show. Like, the movie is epic. Friday Night Lights is epic. Like, but the show, I think the show might hit a little different because instead of getting just 2 hours of a movie, we getting 5 seasons of
Of
dope episodes. So
dope shows when it was the football games and the
yeah,
practice, it was just fire.
fire.
All the characters was lit. I got all 5 seasons, you know what I'm saying? I was a fan of the show, so I love that series. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Even though fourth and fifth season kind of tanked a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? I'll still root for coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Coach,
yeah,
do your
yeah,
thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. And
You
mind
changing
you,
you changing men lives out here, you heard?
and mind you, he could have dipped after the fourth season because he changed the team around. So it's like, yo, you could come back, and he was like, yeah, nah, I'm staying out here. You know what I mean? Like I'm sticking to my squad. And then
Mm-hmm.
the next year, they was like, nah, you gotta come back because now we're gonna combine the schools. So it ain't gonna be no East team or no West team. It's gonna be one team, and we want you to coach the team. And then he got to offer the coach college. That now he's super lit now, where he's so in demand. So yo, fire ass show. So make sure y'all tap into Friday Night Lights, the series. Make sure y'all tap into that. All right, you got a cologne for us?
Definitely got cologne. We hitting Burberry once again. I think this fragrance is a dope fragrance. Gotta mess with London. That's the name of the fragrance. The brand is Burberry. London is the fragrance. Fire scent. Berry has a musk, strong scent. So be wary of that. But still, very smooth, very cool. I would suggest it always. Definitely get you a bottle of Burberry, and the scent is called London.
Make sure y'all get that bottle. Get your smell right, you know what I'm saying? So you can get to the goal. You know what the goal is.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to our next segment. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get classic movies, shows, documentary, original content for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps, button-snaps.com. First hot topic of the night. Who are you sending to Turkey? I don't know. I might send a couple people in this damn chat to Turkey, but this. All right, so here we go. First hot topic of the night. So now they're working on having a safety box for abandoned newborns, where it's a basically an incubator where the person could put the baby inside the incubator. It's going to automatically lock, alert the authorities, and keep the baby safe within the incubator. This person gets to leave, go on about their life, abandon baby, baby go into the system.
Huh.
So it's electrical. So it's gonna, well, obviously it's electrical because it has the capability to alert the authorities, and they want to place these safety boxes at firehouses or outside of firehouses, hospitals, and other safe haven place areas for that. What do you think?
Um, I think it's a terrible idea because it still placates and allows women to continue to make bad decisions and not have no accountability. If you make better choices, then that scenario wouldn't happen. I understand, you know what I'm saying? You want to have sex, do what you do, but have protected sex. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just know what you're getting into. The fact of the matter that we're gonna create a system where you could just drop the baby off in the incubator, and it's like, where's the accountability?
Mhm.
And it's crazy, but there's still gonna be situations like that. I get that scenarios, but I don't know. Like that's kind of tough. If if it looks and feels humane, maybe it just I don't know. It just seems kind of barbaric to me. You know what I'm saying, like in a sense where it's like you don't have no autonomy. You know, autonomy. Like we can't make better decisions as a society. As far as we've gotten to this point, like this the best we could come up with. You know what I'm saying? You have all the decisions in the world to make. You could graduate with PhDs and all that. But this is the scenario we're gonna like, nah, we just need to step it up better as a society. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really jacking that. It's like we're not giving nobody no accountability. We got hella accountability. And then at least if it were in the sense where you have to contact the father, the other side of the family, and if they don't want nothing to do with it, then okay, maybe. But if you just going about doing it on your own because you feel it's your child and the father has no say so, like nah, then we bugging out. Because if you didn't make no attempts and you have to showcase you made attempts and you have to get a document signed that the father relinquishes his rights and the father's family relinquishes any rights to that said child, and then you can go do that. But don't tell me you're gonna go do that without having no talks with the father and nothing. You don't think anybody on the father's side of the family may want the child
Mm-hmm.
better than that being in him in the system?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, we gotta have more accountability as a society. It's like y'all women saying y'all want to be bosses and having PhDs, y'all graduated with all these degrees. All right, then showcase it. That means you have intelligence, right? So make better decisions than that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree. I had said last show that in this country we treat adoption as a sexual contraceptive instead of just wearing condoms, instead of with just being able to make better decisions. Like to abort a child, that's why I'm pro life. I'm not pro choice because if you're going to have sex, if you don't want kids, wrap it up. I know it feels great without it, but when you get pregnant, because you will at some point, if you keep rolling the dice, you will get pregnant, and you treat again adoption or abandon the baby or have an abortion as a contraceptive, and doing all of those things are dangerous. Having a child is dangerous. You're putting your life on the line. Having an abortion is dangerous. You're putting your health on the line. You may not be able to have kids ever because of that one decision. Ever. And then the next time you get pregnant, instead of the baby being born and being incubated in your stomach, it grows in your fallopian tube. So you gotta kill off the seed before it grows. So it's about making better decisions. And this is not one of them. I I, I'm kind of 50-50 about the idea because I feel like it promotes more of that type of decision making where it's like it's a more of a cop out, you know what I'm saying? And we was little kids at a time where babies was being thrown in the trash. I remember being, 7, 8 years old, and I hear a story on the news that they found a dead baby that was thrown away in the trash. You know what I mean? Like literally, like somebody put their baby.
Yeah, I remember a lot of stories like that growing up. That shit used to be haunting. Like it was scary to even hear shit like that.
I remember Tupac had mentioned it in one of his songs, Brenda Got a Baby song. I remember the legendary movie Losing Isaiah with um drawing up Halle Berry, damn Halle Berry, uh what's bro name? Not Lawrence Fishburne,
Samuel Jackson, I think it is.
Samuel Jackson, Cuba Gooding Jr., legendary fire movie, and it touched on that throwing babies in the trash. So we came up in that time when babies was literally getting thrown in the trash. So yes, I would prefer this more than a baby getting thrown in the trash, but it promotes an ideology and a mindset that it doesn't benefit our society by doing that. Like pro choice is killing our society. It's killing our society because it gives people a cop out. It gives people a cop out. If you're not ready to have children, guess what? You should not be smashing. Having sex is a responsibility, especially if you in there hot dog water. If you in there just skinny dipping, then you taking on the responsibility that come with the possibility of you becoming pregnant. That's why they say sex is for a married couple. That's why they old school people say that, because it removes that ideology and that cop out where it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get rid of this baby and I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my life. How about you don't put yourself in that situation in the first place? How about you put a goddamn condom on? They got men condoms and they got women condoms. So now what? Now what? Safe sex, right? So now what? So that's what my mindset is on this whole situation. So before we move on, you have anything to add to that?
It's just accountability on both sides. If both sides accept accountability for the actions they're about to partake in, then you know what I'm saying, we probably would have less scenarios like this. But there's always a some type of scenario, one person not taking accountability for another, and it's just unfortunate. So yeah, that's how it goes.
That's a fact, man. So yeah, so that's how I really feel about this whole basically safety box for abandoning newborn. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. 95-year-old Harlem woman gets beat up and assaulted by her home aide. The video is nasty. This lady's hitting her with a shoe. She's hitting her with a damn frying pan. The 95-year-old lady eventually falls down, and it's just a horrible video to watch. I don't know if you've seen the video. I don't know if you heard about this, but what do you think about this?
And I didn't hear about this, but it's it's a very sad situation. Like we having other strangers watching their family members because we're not in a position to take care of our family members the way we want to because we got to constantly work and try to pay bills for ever increasing rent and stuff like that. So you forced to hire somebody and you're hoping that you put trust in them that they take care of your family members and stuff like that, and you get scenarios like this. So it's very tough scenario. Did the grandmother make it, or did she survive or something? That
She survived. She
okay.
survived.
And God,
It's
I hope that did they arrest the person who
not
attacked her?
not yet.
Oh, they gonna find her eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So you know what I'm saying? It's a matter of time. So again, that's just a sad scenario, but it's also like a major microcosm of like, well, we're now all in these positions to have our parents and grandparents in the crib like it was back in the early days because we can't even afford a crib. You know what I'm saying? The economy is so fucked where our money doesn't stretch as long as they used to back in the day. So we're not in the position to take care of our family members the way we want to, and we kind of get scenarios like this, or you try to put them in the nursing home, and you hear stories about the nursing home scenarios as well too. So it's unfortunate, but I'm glad that she's gonna pull through.
Yeah, I'm glad she's gonna pull through too. But this homemade needs to be addressed. She needs to be fired. She don't need to be in a position where she's someone's home care or anything. Because luckily, the lady had the place uh, nest. Had the cameras and stuff like that to make her claim. Because it'll be her word versus the homemade, and then now if you don't have home video, then what? So I'm glad she caught this home video, and so I hope that this lady gets arrested, lose her job, and face the harsh realities and the penalties of this. So yeah. Moving forward, before we move forward, Ellie Aubrey, you going in on the chat. I don't want to say this without feel like you being attacked. So let me address this real quick. Pregnancy works by people smashing unprotected. You sound like a woman that doesn't want to face any type of real self accountability. You got to understand how sex work, not pregnancy. That's the problem. It's not about pregnancy, it's about sex. If you have safe sex, then guess what? The chances of you getting pregnant is very low. Don't come on here talking about exceptions, because a lot of women like to talk about the exception to the rule. The rule of thumb, if you protect yourself, meaning you wearing a condom, a lady condom, or that man wears a condom himself, is the chances are better on you not getting pregnant. So we're talking about sex here. Don't twist the conversation. Don't twist my words. It's about accountability. That's why I'm pro life and not pro choice. Because even if you get pregnant by wearing protection, it's a responsibility to have that child, period. Because you signed up for it. Now, if you don't want to get pregnant, then get you a rose. Get you what they sell at the sex store and take care of your business if you don't want to face the consequences of getting pregnant. Because that don't sound right when you say, oh, it's not her responsibility. You don't know if she wants to carry your baby. If you can't see yourself having someone's baby, then you should not be having sex with them, because the chances of you getting pregnant is extremely high. So that shows no accountability. So I said what I said. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you, but it's a sex thing. So don't twist no conversation and don't talk to respond. Listen to what me or my brother say, and let it flow let it flow in your mind, boo. Because I this when it hit dog, it holler, and it sound like it hit you. And I'm glad that it hit you because it's supposed to change your perspective on life. Sex is a life decision. It's a life decision. And because it's a life decision, it's about responsibility. There's not one woman that I've ever been with that I wasn't ready to take on responsibility, regardless if it was protection or not, because anything can happen, right? Anything can happen. It could be a poke in the condom. It could be the condom could bust and she's pregnant. So she's pregnant. Okay, cool. It's the responsibility that matters. It's the accountability that matters. That's the point that I'm making. So if you don't understand that, and if you do, and you just want to argue based on how you feel, instead of understanding the real that sex is a responsibility, then you got to deal with that on your own time. But that's just what it is. That's just what it is. It has nothing to do with if a woman wants to carry that man's baby. If she don't want to carry that man's baby, then you shouldn't have sex with her. Simple and plain. That don't make any sense. So you can't argue an exception to make it a rule. Can't happen, won't happen. Moving on. All right, our next hot topic. There's a new technology and concept that they're going to implement within the coming weeks, where they're going to take prisoners and make them have an AI experience where they experience a 20-year sentence in the span of 5 minutes. And after that 5 minutes, they're going to experience a 20-year sentence. So if they got 20 years, then they did their 20 years in 5 minutes. What do you think about that?
First of all, like if somebody had did something wrong to my family member and they went to trial and got 20 years and they're gonna do the 20 years in 5 minutes, I'll tell them hell the fuck no. Motherfucker need to do his 20 years. All right.
Right.
On, on the other side, I think that's a horrible thing to put a prisoner through, but I feel like y'all just experimenting shit. the psychological implications. I'm not a psychologist. I don't pretend to be, but I just feel 20 years and 5 minutes. We can't conceptualize what type of mind frame that person is going to come out of. And you mean to tell me that is a more humane way for them to get more acclimated into society? I don't think that is what we should be putting billions of dollars into. We should be looking at other countries that have virtually no crime. You know what I'm saying? Where they instead of incarcerating their prisoners, they rehabilitate them. You know what I'm saying? There's certain prisoners where if they get to a certain level of being with no infractions and no problems, they could move to a certain jail where their families can come visit them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where they have their families to come for the weekend. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So there's other ways that we could do this. This is not it. Like Rowan Jack is right. It's on some total recall.
Total Recall.
Frying your brain, like that don't even make sense. How you even have the technology to even do to make a digital prison in somebody's mind for 20 years, but it's really 5 minutes. But yet we can't keep our streets clean. We can't keep the streets without potholes. Like, come on, son. Like, make it make sense. Like, y'all just experiment on just the worst uh uh ideas people out there. Like, yo, just give me another idea. Oh, that sounds good. We're gonna give them $1 billion to develop that. And it just sounds horrible. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
then for the families that's going through the turmoil of trial and all that stuff, and then they hear that kind of sentence, oh no. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting the justice that they truly deserve because this person committed a heinous act and crime and should be punished accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Accountability. You know what I'm saying? That's what our whole system is based upon. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's why men built the system and built the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
men understand a hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? So we know where shit is supposed to lie. So having that scenario is like we won't know when the person comes back into society how they're gonna be. How can you judge and put that on a graph on how this person is gonna come back into society and how they're gonna react to certain things? Like we have no idea. So I think that's a horrible idea. That's just sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you, bro. Like I've lost people, and I would feel a type of way if the person that did them harm was able to walk the street going through this program. Like, yo, I did 20 years of my mind, and I got all the memories of doing 20 years. Like, I was sitting in that cell. Like that's all the memories. They put all this memories and time and energy into the person head, and they feel like with what they're showing them, they're going through a real rehabilitation type of thing in their mind, right? And it's like, but nah, like, you know what I'm saying? We need time on that, bruh. We need some time on that. So they're saying with this particular system, this eliminates more jails and more prisons. Don't let them trick y'all. See, this is the chicken sandwich right here. Don't let them trick y'all. In this country, we profit off of prisons. So the more prisons that's made, the more money that the local economy makes, and big money at that. So don't let them trick y'all. This is another way to make more money. That's all this is. That's all this is. So I'm not jacking this not one bit. I get the fact that you want to put some images in people mind and all that, but you got to put time on it, bro. If you murdered my cousin and because you go through the program, you out tomorrow, like, nah, but I did the time in my mind. What? Yeah, nah, that's not justice. That's not justice. That's not giving me no type of peace of mind. Just like you said, you don't know how the person's going to get acclimated back into society. And that's not something that I don't think anybody who is the victim, or you're a part of the family that was victimized, that's gonna agree to that. Like, nah, man, put him away. If you don't put him away, we're gonna deal with him. And y'all ain't gonna want us to deal with him. Because he's not gonna be able to walk around here. Seriously. So in real time, in reality, they still gonna implement this. But I don't think this should be something that's a worldwide thing. Instead of doing time, you go through the AI experience and then you go up. So if you got to do like, because some people got the type of years that they would never do. Like they got so much time that they would have to die a few times. Like when I told you about Colin Ferguson, about how he shot all them people on the LIRR, and they said bro got like 4 lifetimes. He got some wild time. They said if they added up all his time, he wouldn't get out of jail until 21, like 55 or something like that. I'm like, no, they said there was 20. I'm bugging. There was 2303 or something like that. I'm like, yo, so he like, bro, he when he went to jail, he was like 30 something, 40 something. So you mean to tell me this man, if he was to die, come back, he would be in jail for the next like 150 years? Like, yo, that's not be ridiculous. So he will be a prime candidate for this because every 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like he would do all that in his mind. Like, nah, bro, give that man the time, bro. What you talking about? He crazy. Get him up out of here. All right,
Right.
moving on to our next hot topic. Must mention, yo, this is fire. Will Smith has a new song featuring Jaden and Russ, the rapper Russ, called "Work of Art." I listened to it and it's tight fire, bro. I don't know if you heard it yet, but and he got the video to it. The video's fire too. Have you seen it? Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard it, but I'll definitely check it out though. I heard that he like went after got a record deal or some shit like that. So it's good to see him come back into the rap world. Why not? You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
no age limit to this. I feel like if you got something to say, go ahead, put it in the bar and spit that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts. There's no age to this.
Yo, spit
Oh,
that shit till you die. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. If you're an artist, you're gonna do it until you can't do it no more. So if you gotta take some time off, that's fine, whatever. I feel as though there shouldn't be no pressure on rap artists. There's always this stigma that you got, it's a young man's game, and it's like, nah, son.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
want to see a nigga develop after years and years. Like I want to see if you got your better punchlines and similes and metaphors done got better. You know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
talk or your story, your story telling abilities is just got way better. You know what I'm saying? I love rappers who could tell stories in their raps. You know what I'm saying? So if you got something to say, spit that shit. That's all I'm saying.
And then not to mention with hip hop, it gets such a whack vibe as the artist gets older because it's so weird. Like I live in Orlando, right? I moved to Orlando. When I drive past, I live near where the Magic is playing, and you could see the new rock bands or the old rock bands, and these people are old. These people are old. These people, you look them up, they in their 60s, 70s, still selling out concerts. People still loving that music that they dropped back in the 70s. Do you know how long the 70s is from 2024 is? And these people still pulling up from these people dropping music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and nobody blinks an eye. You know what I'm saying? But with hip hop, let somebody turn 38, 39, and be like, damn, 38, you still dropping music, bro? Like, that's crazy. You 50? Oh Lord, nah, hell no. Like maybe that's maybe 40 is a people still think 40 is kind of like all right. But when you get to 50, like Jay-Z, Nas, they still dropping albums and them joints is fire. Locks is still dropping music and it's fire. Cam is still dropping like freestyles. Redman been dropping freestyles and them joints be fire. So it's like, yo, we lose out on all that good music, all that substance because of a criteria. And it's whack that you got some other artists that come out and try to co-sign that, like Andre 3000. You say, well, hip hop is a young man's sport because it's hip. It's in the name, hip hop. And it's like I hear his perspective, but that's super whack, bro. Just because you don't have nothing to say, that don't mean you shouldn't have nothing to say as you get older. The older you get, you should have more to say because you go through more experiences. You go through fucking failing. You go through losing some money. You go through losing something where you got to come back from. So, and that's something people really want to hear from for real. Like I dropped the song about my brother, and it was more like uplifting, like you know what I'm saying. For those who don't know, my brother had passed away, right? So the song was about like uplifting and living our best life. But one of my bros hit me up. He was like, "Yeah, I love the concept, but I want to hear that pain because I know you in pain when you referred it to your brother. Like that's pain. Like, and I know that, and I knew him, so I want to hear the pain." And I'm like, "Yeah, nah, I want to turn up. I would, you know what I'm saying?" So that shit matters. People want to hear what you go through. So I feel like you still have something to say as you get older. So that's our opinion on that. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Again, quick shout out to Will Smith for dropping new music, new song, new video, and it's fire. It's called Work of Art. All right, so our next hot topic, Boy Meets World, and we was just talking about Boy Meets World, bro. And when I heard this, I was like, "Word, Boy Meets World co-star Trina McGee was on the Godfrey podcast recently, and she said that she didn't like working with Ben Savage, who was the star of the show, um, and the brother. He didn't. That whole clique was. They had like a weird energy where it was like this is like she said that it was one particular time it got weird when he called her the D of the show, and the brother was something of the show, and he's the boy. Like I'm the boy in the show. Like I'm the one that brings the juice to the show. So, and she said she felt weird because she was 10 years older than everybody else, and she had did real movies, so she earned her spot on the show. You know what I'm saying? But they was treating her like you know what I'm saying, like you a carry on, like you know what I'm saying. So it was like a real weird type of energy type of show behind the scenes. What do you think about that?
I mean, I could see that because a lot of these Hollywood um people are coming out and telling their stories about how it was on set back then, and I'm pretty sure they were dealing with a whole lot of shit. So I could see that, you know what I'm saying? Like she was the only black girl on the show. So, you know what I'm saying? There's that.
Mhm.
And so I can understand the where she's coming from in that regard. And on top of that, being known for your acting already prior to coming to the show, and they treating you that like you lesser than, like they above you type shit. Like I could see that in any workplace where you bring top tier work to the workspace, and then you got these newbies who just came in, still wet behind the ears, trying to tell you how to do the job that you already been doing prior to them getting there. So I can see that as well. So, man, I don't, I we weren't there, but I with Hollywood, you can't pass it up, son. You can't. When she said weird energy and it's not being detailed, like what's weird? Like what
It,
energy we
it,
talking
it passive aggressive, like a lot of passive aggressive situations. Like they would be like overly doing something, but they will hide it in jokes. So if they hid it in the jokes, it was like how when people hide some real weird shit in the joke, it like I was just playing, like you know what I'm saying, so
about?
they could have like a way out type of vibe. So that's what that energy was.
But yeah, like again, it's Hollywood, and unfortunately, that's how Hollywood get down on numerous different levels. You know what I'm saying? That's not. I mean, that's one of many levels that they do their thing. You feel me? So
Holly weird, you know,
Hollywood for sure.
Hollywood. But yo, I didn't know she was 10 years older than everybody else.
Yeah,
She looked like she was younger than everybody else at that time.
that's crazy. And she still look good to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And for those who don't know, this is the same girl that plays Cinnamon in Friday After Next, and she was in a whole bunch of other like dope movies as well. So shout out to Trina McGee, dope actress. All right, moving on. Our next hot topic, Marvel revealed Robert Downey Jr. is going to be playing the character Doctor Doom. What do you think about that? And called them
Uh,
in the world. What do
huh?
you think? And they called them the best actor in the world. They said they couldn't do Doctor Doom without bringing in the best actor in the world. What do you think about that?
Uh, I kind of feel it's a cop out only because like Doctor Doom was. I mean, we're getting the older version of Doctor Doom. Why are we not getting a young version? I could understand him playing an older version, get a young version. Hope that's what it is. But if he's playing Doctor Doom all out, then it's the older version. I heard there's a comic that where he does become Doctor Doom, so I think they're using that storyline for this one. So I'm not too sure until the further information come out. But there is a storyline where Doctor Doom is like Tony Stark and all that. So, but him being the origin story is like they could have got somebody else because it already was. We had him for like 10 plus years being Iron Man. Now he got, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have got somebody else, son. Real talk. Like there's mad a plethora of other actors out there that you could have grabbed that could have definitely shelled out Doctor Doom very well. So I wonder how you're gonna play the do the voice. I mean the accent and all that. So I mean we're gonna see.
bro, bro
Like,
is stupid.
yo,
Yo, we're going back real quick to the Will Smith. He said Will Smith new album does does it slap? Yo, stupid. Terry Crews for Doctor Doom. Come on, man. That's funny. All right, so here's my take on it. I really think it's very lazy. I think it's very lazy. Um, these Marvel reveals are exciting because we grew up with Marvel, and we want to see these stories and these movies actually be played out into the live action. So it's a bit of a cop out, and it kind of really don't make me want to see the movie for real.
mhm,
Like Marvel movies are very hit and miss, and most of the movies that are hits are movies that are starred by unknowns. You could have the big stars that play, another, a Varvey character, but the big stars, I mean, the big roles go to pretty much people who are known, but they really unknown for real on that type of level. You know what I mean? Like when Chadwick Boseman played Black Panther, he was well known. He's famous, but on that level, on that Marvel level, like Black Panther upped his profile. It's not like it was the other way around, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? When they brought Angela Bassett in, it made the movie real, but it she didn't have to be like the star. You know what I'm saying? It's Angela Bassett show. She gonna shine regardless. She gonna steal scenes because that's how lit she is as an actress. But when you look at the best movies, that's my opinion on how the best Marvel movies really played out for real. So with Robert Downey Jr. being Doctor Doom is very lazy casting. It feels like a all boys type of energy. It's a slew. I got four actors off the top of my head that could easily play Doctor Doom if we're just talking about acting. If we're just talking about acting, fall off the cuff easily. So at the end of the day, when it's like, well, he's the best actor in the world, Robert Downey Jr. is exceptional as an actor. There's very few who can do what he can do. But it's arguable, but in my opinion, he's not the best. Other people may say he's the best. So it's arguable. But he was already Iron Man. It would be a whole nother conversation if he never was in Marvel. And it's very lazy. They brought him back to play Doctor Doom. They brought the guy that played Captain America. They brought him back to play the Human Torch.
he played the Human Torch before. It was ass.
I mean, Michael B. Jordan didn't make it any better. But I'm just saying, like, there's other actors who are unknowns instead of
You said Chris Evans, right? That Captain
right,
America, right?
right,
Yeah,
right,
he
right,
played 2004 version
and
of
they
Fantastic
brought him
Four, and
back,
that shit was garbage.
and they brought him back. They brought him back. So now it's feel like this feels like a trend where they leaning on this universe type of thing. Oh yeah, he's Iron Man in this universe, but the next universe he's Doctor Doom. Get out of here with that, man. Jeffrey Wright. You could have called Jeffrey Wright to play Doctor Doom. Could have called Denzel Washington to play Doctor Doom. You could have called uh, uh, John Esposito to play Doctor Doom, but they got him playing another role. So um, they got Giancarlo Esposito plays Sidewinder, the King of the Serpent Society. So they having him play that role. I've never heard of that role. I've never heard of that character. Just keeping it above. So it sounds like Marvel is freestyling, but I never heard that particular character, and he could have easily played Doctor Doom. It's just a slew of other actors. Wood Harris' brother to me could have played Doctor Doom. There's another guy that played. Matter of fact, Gerald Butler could have played Doctor Doom. It's a whole bunch of people that could have played Doctor Doom, in my opinion. So to me, it just feels like lazy casting.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
So all right, so moving on to our next hot topic. So the Deadpool Wolverine movie and the Twister movie dropped. Did you get a chance to see any of those? I saw both of those.
No, I did.
I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I give y'all a quick review. Twister, don't waste your money. Twister's ass. Twister is baby shit. It's not worth the money to go see in the damn theater. If you want to see a Twister movie, watch the goddamn original. The original is 1,000 times better. It's this ass. The Marvel, Deadpool, Wolverine, it's cool. It's not better than neither the first or the second one. Um, this felt like a farewell movie, and watching Wesley Snipes in this movie, it's time for him to hang it up. It's time for him to hang it up. He got to hang it up. I see why they. I see why now. I see. It's time. It's time. It's done. It's over with. Uh, Good movie, but I'm not a big fan of. Uh, they let Deadpool cook too much with the dialogue. Like he just. It'd be a whole lot of jokes that go nowhere. So it was all right. They had some fire scenes in there though, some fire scenes, but I don't think it was better than one or two. So that's my review for Deadpool and Wolverine and the Twister movie, the new Twister movie. Santana, on to watch 2 weeks during the matinee. Yeah, they said you were supposed to get at that a couple of movies. They said you were supposed to get at that matinee, bro.
Yeah, life be life, man. Yeah, I got other to handle.
All right. Our next hot topic of the night. Our last hot topic of the night. The Faith Evans interview resurfaced about her comments about sex, where she had mentioned to uh the former rapper uh Noriega. I always say Capone Noriega, but Nre Noriega, where she tells him like, "Yo, sex don't really do nothing for her because she had sex with a lot of dudes in her past, and that's why sex don't do nothing for her in the current day because she had a whole lot of sex with a whole lot of dudes in her past. She was sneaking out when she was supposed to be sneaking out, going to the studio, and you know." Having sex and all this other stuff. What do you think of those comments about this interview that resurfaced?
Or that she has said about herself.
Yes.
Mm. I mean, it's like it's evident. It's the industry, like what I'm saying. Like it's no big secret that a lot of these uh industry stars that, you know what I'm saying, had talent or whatever, and had to do secret, you know what I mean, meetings and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Evidence of it, and that's just a showcase of like what would happen if a woman just constantly have sex. You're gonna get to an age where it doesn't mean nothing no more because it's like you done did it so long, it has no feeling. That's a terrible thing to go through. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Full washed up Biddy. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just washed up. Like, feel like, ugh, just damn, like, didn't preserve yourself at all. Like, was around, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just better decision making skills you did not have. Feel me? So it's just, that's evident in all that. So this is what happens when you get older. As women, I mean, you push these lines, and you have so many evidences of the choices you make and where it's going to end up with y'all. So I'm saying, so you have every power in the world to make better decisions. I'm saying.
I agree, man. This sounds horrible, to be honest with you. Like when she said, that's why, sex don't do nothing for me now because I had sex with a lot of dudes growing up. That sounds horrible. That just sounds bad. Like that doesn't sound like a young lady, bro. Like let's keep it a bean. And she said she was sneaking out to the studio. She didn't even know she was going to be a recording artist. So basically, you going to the studio because going to the studio at that time was like some lit shit to do. Like if a dude tell you like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be in the studio tonight recording the song," like oh, word, I want to come and see you drop.
Meanwhile, sitting on the couch, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know what I'm saying, for hours. You know what I'm saying?
Not recording the damn thing. He ain't even the nigga recording. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? Like
It's
talk
his
about
man, you know.
in the studio with such and such tonight. Be like a word, and you getting a nigga some coffee or something like. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like it just sounds bad. Like, you know what I mean? And then it makes me think, imagine it's kind of like today where you see all the like the hot young, new chick and you like, yo, she hot, she's sexy, this, that, and the third, and you like, yo, what would life be like if I wifed her? If I took her serious, if I married her? And it's like, yo, we got eras of chicks that used to be gorgeous, and a lot of them ain't end up with no husbands. So you know what I'm saying? That some of them got ran through the industry, and it just looks bad. And her saying that to her own admission. This is not somebody else saying this about her. She's saying this on the couch, with Nori, and it just sounds horrible. And it's like, damn, I'm such a big fan of her music. Her music is fire, but this just sounds bad. Like it's like, damn, like it makes you look different in a way. You know what I'm saying? So this just looks bad. This sounds horrible, and I wish she could have used better verbiage. Cause now you put yourself in a bad light. Like you just look bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. All right, moving on. This next segment brought to you. I'm sorry. This next segment that's brought to you is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you go to bigbravosection.com. Again, bigbravosection.com. If you're in the Miami area, you can book a session with one of the best photographers in the world. If you're not, still book that session. They'll fly you out and take care of your session. Again, bigbravosection.com. Do you have a petty thought for us?
I got some words from the Black's Law Dictionary as always. You know, we got to break down the legal definition of words that we use. So I randomly pick words from the dictionary to give to y'all today. So the first word on the list is master plan, a term used in land use to control law zoning and urban redevelopment to describe the omnibus plan of a city or town for housing, industry, and recreational facilities and their impact on the environmental factors. So a master plan is how you would come up with all the zoning rights for urban redevelopment. Certain states and certain cities have certain zoning rights, like in New York, you would have to go with air rights. If you're trying to build up, Florida, you don't have to really worry about air rights, but you would have to worry about zoning rights. Like if on a certain side of the street, you can only have certain a building or a duplex. So a master plan can basically get all those factors for you when you're trying to look for an area to redevelop. I'm saying for all my redevelopment people out there, real estate investors, y'all know about master plan. Next word on the list is press. The word, the aggregate of publications issuing from the press or the giving publicity to one's sentiments and opinions through the medium of printing, as in the phrase liberty of the press or freedom of the press, is guaranteed by the First Amendment. So that's your press and your freedom to speech and speak your mind. Next on the list is Second Amendment. So the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution provides that a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, but state and federal laws, however, regulate the sale, transportation, and possession of firearms. So, you know what I mean? You have to go through the guidelines and this little rigmarole they got you going, even though that you have the right to bear arms, but no, it's like state and it's federal. But if you cross the state lines, now it's federal. Now they get you with charges. And it's a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Last on the list is Miranda hearing. So a Miranda hearing is a pretrial proceeding to determine whether there has been a compliance with the requirements of the Miranda rule. The outcome will decide whether the prosecution will be permitted to introduce into evidence statements of the defendant made during the custodial interrogation. So when they tell you you have the right to remain silent, this is why they say that, because anything can be used against you. So as soon as you do come into contact with law and you do get arrested, you have the right to keep your mouth shut and wait till you get your lawyer. And the Miranda hearing is when they would use that against you. So the words from the Black Thought Dictionary is master plan, press, Second Amendment, and Miranda hearing. Once again, if you got some words for me to look up, again, these are random. I don't pick these words by happenstance, very random. So if y'all got any words that y'all think y'all need to know the definitions legally, definitely put it in the chat. You heard?
That's a fact. I love that. That was dope. Moving on to our next segment, our Keep the Lie Live segment.
Keep the lie alive.
The Lie Live. So this Keep the Lie Live portion of this show is double standards. Y'all, we live in a world of double standards, and it is what it is. Some of the double standards, neither one of us wants. Like when I hear like men say, "Yo, it's a double standard." Like women, y'all get to like look at each other and kiss each other and like just be around each other. Y'all naked and it's cool. Like men, we just like it's cool. Like, but with men, we can't be around other men and it's cool. Like, bro, why would you even throw that into the atmosphere? There's no dude that want to advocate to being naked around another man and for a woman to be like, oh, that's cool. That's not strange. It's a double standard that we cool not having. We don't want that double standard. That's not the double standard that men is going to advocate for. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't compliment each other like that. Like what I mean by that is like a man could look at another man and be like, "Yo, bro, those are some fire sneakers, bro. Yo, bro, yo, that jacket, I ain't never seen that before. That joint is, you know what I'm saying? Like we could compliment each other like that. Yo, that fit, yo, you killing them with the fit, bro. That's not the same as saying anything else. Like a man can't look at another man and be like, yo, like real talk, you got some nice shoulders. Pause. That's a double standard we don't want. We don't want to fight for. That sounds weird as hell. And if you on that type of time, cool, be on that type of time. But that's weird as hell. We don't want that double standard. So we live in a world of double standards. and it is the way it is. So what you gonna do? Continue to complain about it? It is what it is. So, for example, like I like to talk about this every other show about double standards that we have in the world. And I say last show that it's just so funny, not funny, but when it comes to melanated people, we're more individual based. And when somebody who's not melanated, when they have a business or a system, they no longer individual based. So what that means is this: a Jay Z, a Puff Daddy, or could get in trouble and they individualize it. Not mentioning the fact that one of these dudes own all these businesses and are head of corporations, but they will never talk about the corporation. They will always individualize them, opposed to say somebody like the guy that owns the Clippers, right? The new guy that owns the Clippers. If he has a situation, they won't say his name. They will say, well, the owner of the Clippers or the Clippers organization. So that's a double standard, right? That's a double standard that we could fight for, right? Because that makes sense, right? But there's certain double standards that is just the double standard. Like again, when somebody who's melanated, when they go through stuff, right, and let's say that they doing well in their field, when they go through it now, when they go to jail, they come back, they still have that stigma on their back, right? Opposed to somebody who's not melanated. Like, for example, I don't know if y'all remember Tim Allen, who played the father on Two Time. Was it called Two Time? No,
Uh, home,
Home Improvement.
home
The father,
improvement.
that's a hit sitcom. Hit sitcom. Did astronomical numbers. Did y'all know that Tim Allen, this was before he even got the show, he was caught with over a half a brick of cocaine in the Michigan airport. He only received 2 years because he cooperated with the authorities on his co-conspirators.
Hmm. Yeah, I know about that. You know about whatchamacallit, the one who run Rock Nation right now, the Spanish chick. What's her name? I forget her name, but she was caught in some cocaine conspiracy back in the 90s too. Gave up a couple of niggas, you know what I'm saying? Some DC cats and shit, you know what I'm saying? And now she running a Fortune 500 company, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And that's very rare. That's
There's a picture of Tim Allen holding his fucking mugshot and all that. He gave up
yeah,
a couple of
yeah,
niggas, you know what I'm saying? So he could get out. The judge was like, oh, he got a good face. And he
yeah,
got caught with a half a bricky.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
Like,
airport,
oh,
like
you ain't know it's in your bag?
you know what I'm saying. So,
It's too much drugs out here for nobody to know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Tim, he knows some. You know what I'm saying? You
for
don't
Joe,
know size, but you know something about this half a brick. You know what I'm saying?
word. So, but that's very rare when I hear because when I hear the lady you said she was Spanish, to me, Puerto Rican, Dominican, y'all all melanated. Y'all, we all the same. You know what I'm saying? So we all on the same island. So they need for those who don't identify as being melanated and you're Latino, guess what? You're melanated. We're all the same, right? So for those who don't, you need that wake up call. We all the same. So it's very rare that I hear that somebody who is melanated and got that second chance to run a company. But normally you won't hear nothing like that. One shot is over. I spoke on Marv Albert. He was a top of his field. He was the dude when it came to the big games. He was the anchor man. He got caught biting off nipples and chaining people to the thing allegedly, and he did his time. Came back anchor man again. Like so, we live in a world of double standards. Is the point I really want to stress, and it is what it is. It is what it is. What did Pop say to Craig and Friday? You win some and you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day. Think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
and you think you the man with that gun in your hand. That's a metaphor of life. That's just not something because he had a gun in his hand. It's the metaphor of life. You think you something because you have a gun in your hand. You think you something because you have something to pull. You have a play that you have a play. But that play can land you in the wildest situations, bro. It's a double standard. A double standard. And we have to get used to the double standard. Some work for others. We all have a double standard that works for us and work against us. So it is what it is. Anything you want to add to that? To double
Nah,
standard?
some double standards we need to get rid of. If a male and female do the same crime, we gotta do the same time. You know what I'm saying? If you lie on somebody and you force them to go do a crime that they didn't commit and they come find out you lied, you gotta go do that time. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple of double standards like we gotta get rid of. If we marriage, if we divorce, I should not have to keep your lifestyle after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And until you get married again, knowing damn well you're not gonna get married if you getting free bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is dumb. Like who would do that?
Right. It'll
Like
be it'll be one thing. People would jack it more if you had to do it for like a year. You know what I'm saying? Which you shouldn't have to do it at all, but I'm pretty sure they would rather fund in their life for the next year opposed to the next time they get married. But go ahead, go on your point.
so yeah, that double standard, um, just the double standard of person getting the nepotism, they getting the job because they man's put them on like instead of the best person getting the job. You know what I'm saying? Or the position, or you know what I'm saying? But that we go work with that. But the other joint where if we both do the same crime, you gotta do the same time. Not because you're a woman, you gotta do less. Like, yo, we both did the same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be that. And that's a double standard I shouldn't we shouldn't have to jack. Should get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we do the crime, we both do the same crime, we gotta do the same time. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm for nepotism. I ain't gonna hold you. But I don't think because you're the boss that your son should be the boss. He should have a job.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Not running the company. You gotta
Right.
start from the scratch, see how it go. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be love.
Yeah.
You gotta work for it. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna just get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you gonna get always put on. But
Yeah.
there's levels to it. You feel me?
Yeah. Facts. 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 So it's just this double standard thing that it is what it is. I agree with you. There's some double standards that do need to go, but we're talking about a very lean list. It is what it is. Like I hate when I hear women say, well, you could sleep with a whole bunch of women and it's cool. Like it's celebrated. It's celebrated because you wouldn't pick me if other women didn't find me attractive. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. When a woman gets a dude and it's all good, it changes her perspective of her dude when she see her man interact with other men. Like, where is he in the hierarchy in the other men? Because most women like bosses. What did the girl say? The lawyer, whatever that she is, say she wouldn't date a bus driver, she would date him if he owned the bus.
Mhm. And she a single mother now by choice.
By choice, right? By choice, right? Whatever. But to
Because, but my thing is, women like that had the pick of the litter. They had the pick of the litter. They had the best viable options, and you chose poorly. So at the
right,
end, it's your fault.
right, and it's not by choice. Like you saying that to make yourself feel better.
It's the men that you wanted didn't want you. Let's be clear about this. Women always be talking about all men. We don't give a fuck about all men. But we only care about the men that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Why couldn't you get the men that you wanted? It's because of you. You know what I'm saying? There's
Mm-hmm.
men out there that these women want. We're not talking about the men that you don't want. Who cares
Right,
about the
right,
men that you want, that you fancy, that you care for, that you drop all these bullshit ass rules that you put some other nigga through? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You drop everything for the nigga that you want. Why couldn't you retain that man?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, stop it. Like, men are smarter than you think we are. We just play the game because a lot of niggas just want some buns. But after a while, it gets tiring. Like
Mm-hmm.
Faith Ever says, that sex gets annoying after a while because not annoying like she has no feeling. Dealing with women after a while gets annoying. Like we just don't want to deal with it after a while. Because when a man who's a prime hunter who's been doing it for so long, you gotta deal with rejection on top. But we don't get this nice just cause. We get this nice because we dealt with a lot of rejection, know how to maneuver the rejection, take that rejection, eat it, move on to the next one. Oh, you ain't fucking with me? All right, the next one will. And gotta learn how to move on to the next one. Like that shit then phase niggas and come off better with the next jump.
And see, and this is how pivotal this is, right? When you get rejected when you get rejected, my bad. When you get rejected, see, I'm about to crack the code on this, right? For some of y'all. When men get rejected, we have to get rejected in a like say if we're in a public setting, we have to get rejected on the low. Because if she rejects me, then all the other women is just gonna want to do it just because she rejected me. You see what I'm saying? But if you work the law of averages, you're gonna get one. You're gonna get at least one if you work the law of averages, right? But how it works, if a man walks into a room full of women at one time and that all the women see that man, when that man goes up to that woman and say, "Hey, you look beautiful. I would love to dance with you. You know, you want to get on the floor?" Nah, I'm good. You know, da 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 da. Was that and the third? If other women see that, they're gonna repeat that just because. We see it every day with the balloon challenge. When a dude walk into the room, one girl pops a balloon, everybody pops their balloon. Come to find out, one girl will say, "Well, I really popped my balloon for real because I didn't want to be like the only one up here, like, and I just kind of didn't want to like go against the grain. But I didn't know he had all this going on for himself. Like, can I get my balloon back?" Like, you see that every single time. Every single time. So again, when it comes to rejection with men, it's like, yo, men, like my brother say, you have to learn how to get rejected, work the numbers, and know how to hit different corners of the room and learn how to get rejected with minimal people seeing you get rejected, especially other women, because other women gonna want to do it just because. Don't know why they want to be the man, just because. You know what I'm saying? So just because they see it, they're gonna repeat that. But every man, every woman wants a man that can get bitches. When he walks into the room, you want your dude to have that magnetism. We're like, damn, like, yo, who that? Like, yeah, that's me. Every woman want that. So yes, it's a double standard for a man to walk into a building or walk into a room and for him to sleep with a whole bunch of women because you pick men based with experience. You don't want no dude who you're gonna go home and drop his drawers and y'all get it popping and he don't know what he's doing in the bedroom. So you rather for him to have the experience, take you home and to rock your goddamn world. For us, it's different. It's the double standard. We don't want a woman that when she walks in the room, that all 30 men know her, like know her intimately. Like, oh, yo, you like the more men you sleep with, the less valuable you are. That's just the way we're wired. If a man knows the chick that slept around with 20 dudes that he knows, that's a very uncomfortable for that man. And that's not bugged out for him to be like, yeah, 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 nah, I'm good. That's not insecurity, that's smart. Like women, like y'all bodies are precious to men. Your bodies are precious. So the less bodies that you have, not only for the sexual use, you have more ability to really bond with me. That's a real thing. Pure bonding is a very real thing. So the more men that you have in your life, you have too much energies in you. So that's a double standard. Yes. Yes. But see, here how it works. Again, to my original statement, you don't want no man that's a virgin. You don't want no man that's a virgin. You don't want no man that had one or two, three different partners. If you ask the average grown ass man, be like, yo, your woman had three partners and she's about 26. Word? Three? That's it? All right, let's get it rocking. But if you ask the average woman, yo, this guy that you like so much, he only smashed three girls in his lifetime. Women is going to say, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him? Just three? You 26, bro. So you went to high school, college, and you was in the real world, and only three girls dropped their drawers for you? Yeah, something gotta be wrong with him. So that's the double standard that exists and is gonna continue to exist, and y'all gotta get on the program because that's how we evaluate. That's how we evaluate. I don't care if we in today's age and today's rules where men can't hold women accountable, other women can't hold women. Yo, bump all that. I'm not jacking none of that. Real talk. If any woman I meet, if she's not on my page, she's up out of here. And for a lot of women that are meeting men, they on that same type of time. But then you got another small group of women that's like, yo, nah, I want me a man. Bump on that. I'm gonna get on his page and we're gonna be great. So at the end of the day, these double standards really exist for a reason. And it's gonna continue to exist because you're not gonna get men to change their mind. You're not gonna make men feel like we're bugging or like we're insecure for not wanting a woman that had 100 bodies. Literally. Like and plus we from New York City. So it's if like four dudes smash your chick that you know, like yo, bro, you wifed her? Do you know what I did to her? Do you know what Sammy did to her? Do you know what Ricky did to her? You know what Bobby did to her? Oh, she a train machine. No man wants a woman that has that on her jacket, ladies. Simple and plain. Double standards. So that's my double standards. That's my keep the lie live for this show. Y'all, I want to thank y'all for tapping in. It's been a pleasure as always. Episode 77. My goodness, bro. We climbing, climbing, climbing. Again, I want to give a special shout out to our new members. We got members. We got some people that became members tonight. We got King Prince, Rowan Jack. Thank y'all for becoming the channel members on the show. Again, hit that members. Hit that members. We got it in the link in the bio, and we got it on the rewatches. We got a whole bunch of rewatches. So tap into our takes in different parts of the show and tap in. Make sure y'all watch the movies that we suggest too. We get a great conversation moving forward. So I want to again thank some of the sponsors of the show: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on Instagram at
Bravo section _
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit us up on either Instagram. Make sure y'all tap into the Overstand podcast. Why Understand, where you can overstand every Monday at 9:30. Also, I got a new EP coming out called my bad called I caught a brain freeze for a second, but called Summer 2008. It's fire, y'all. So when I finish it, you know what I'm saying, just be ready for it because it is fire. You got anything that you want to promote?
I'll see you on Thursday.
Fire, fire. So again, make sure y'all tap into Can the Brothers Get a Rap every Sunday, every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. And ain't nothing but love, and we out of here.